Greetings and welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. As you can see right here, we've got the Toy Stalker sticker that I got. Because I got Flip Order and the Champions of Nefarity. These all come in the same box, so we're actually going to kind of do just random reviews until we open all of them. Kind of a fun little thing, kind of a blind box. I have opened two of these just to check them out, make sure that I had the right ones, which I do, but I don't know which ones they are right now. So we're just gonna pick one right here, and that's what we're gonna open. And looks like we got the first flip bot. Excellent, and it's a single flip bot. If you're unfamiliar with this character, the Mad Hatter of Mad Hatter Reviews, he had Wondar. Actually, it's hilarious. I have a Wondar right over here that I still haven't opened because I lost my original Wondar. He tried to pre-order a Wondar, and he got screwed over like most of us did that time when we were trying to pre-order it. So he ended up making a whole universe based off of these characters. Flipor is the guy who purchased the Wondar out from underneath him, etc., etc. We'll go over that in each thing. This is just a flip bot. Sorry. So these are his like bots that purchase the items on the internet. Actually, it doesn't say that on there. Robot minions, yeah. I don't know. We'll check it out. So I just showed you the back. This is kind of a thin card here. This is hopefully I don't cry on that part, but they do have little nifty little things here. So you have the Cloak of Tarjay, Fawn Adventures, Execucats. What's that? Duo the Yunkai Warrior. Okay. Silvercox. I like Silvercox. Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. Whole bunch of stuff on here. Looks like there's some other comic books on here from the guy who created it, who drew this. That looks a little bit like AI there. I don't know. Like they just filled it in because they needed something. And then there's some wanted posters down here for Flip Horror. Pretty nice. There's a Stalky, the Toy Stalker thing. We're gonna get a Rogue Catcha here. Toys R Us Lives. Very, very interesting. Pretty sure these are all the same. We got Steve Byrne. Pretty sure these are all the same no matter what you do. Go suck it, Flipper. Evil Bale Eyes. Yeah, they're trying to build a universe out of this whole like toy flipping thing. So we'll get into this part. So sculpted by Renders Effects, this line is of action figures was sculpted by Ryan Endersby, whose dedication to his art was unmatched. These figures are made in memory. Last year, I met Renders at Joe Lanta. We became friends. We had dinner. And then like 2 weeks later, he died. So this kind of messes me up. Gonna try to skip those on the future videos so that I'm not crying over here. It is nice they did give us the collector-friendly packaging, so you can put these back in here if you so desire. So rest in peace, Ryan. Yeah, it's messed up. I never did get the full story. I'm not even sure I want the full story. But it's just a little messed up that you make a friend and he's gone before you can see him again. It's kind of weird. Alright, so we got right here. Let's take a zoomy zoom. A zoom, zoom, zoom. And here's the Flip-bot robot head for this. far as I could tell, I thought you could take these out. So you're supposed to be able to take these parts out, but maybe they glued them in on this. That comes there. It does still hold. All right. I gotta say this. I love these guys that made this. This is, I can say it because no, they can't. They kind of ripped off the Motu design, the Motu Origins Masters of the Universe He-Man figures, because these are pretty much one-to-ones of those. They're beautiful. They do everything that you need them to do. But the problem is they didn't say that they were going to do that. So I would have bought way more of these. Let's just say start there. It did say to heat these up, and I completely forgot, but it's kind of been in my hot room all day, so don't think there's going to be too much of an issue. Yeah, that's the exact same port, to the point where just got a random atom crotch laying around. Yeah, that is exactly the same, and it feels pretty good too, so I'm not too angry about that. But I probably would have bought more at the time. This was a year ago. Just because of that. I'm impressed. I gotta say that. So it looks like this part looks to be glued on. Yeah. You might be able to remove that, but oh, you can. Look at that. So it does have a weird furry crotch. And I think there was some glue on here. It's like wet or something. I don't know what that is. Oil. You can take this part off, which is appreciated. This arm is a gimmick arm, so I doubt you're going to be able to do that. It's got this flip gimmick, which is a whole thing. Looks like you can take the hands part here. Yep. So you can take that off, and it's just a regular hand. Yeah, really wish they'd advertised that it was going to have that compatibility, level of compatibility with the original line, or the Motu Origins line, because I probably would have bought more. These are still available. I think Toy Stalker has some. Let's toss this on here. I was all in at one point, and then I had to back out because kind of got laid off. So bills took priority over that. This is a little bit concerning here. So now I didn't mention it, but on the front of this, they do state that this is not a toy for kids. This is an adult collector line, so it is not scrutinized by the same standards that you would have to have for that. No stand included, which that's a bummer, but that just means I get to make and sell stands for these with or without permission, but I'm sure they're fine. Does come with it's like a thumb, two regular hands, so if you wanted to swap those out, that's cool. And then some money, a bag of money. Let's take a look at these. There was another little bag. Oh, there it is. The most important bag of all. And I did get 2 flip bots. I haven't decided if I'm going to open both of them. Probably should have just gotten 2 flip ores, but they're in this collector-friendly packaging, so you can just put it back in there. Okay. Toss that. This is the important stuff. So this was only available if you did the Kickstarter, but then it seems like they sent it to everybody anyway. This little extra baggie there. You can't fit the bag of money in there, but you can fit this little bag. Didn't come with any extra toys, which I think probably would have been nice for him. But the other figures that I got did, so we'll just stick some of those in here. So if you want to think about it, this is kind of like a purchasing bot that came to life. There we go. Very cool. I like that worked that well. So you can take his bag of money and stick it right there. Nice. Probably won't be going over these features with the flip order that I eventually will open, or flaker, because let's be honest, how many times do you need to see the same thing? So that's kind of why I'm going over more on this one. I do like the colors. Colors are very good. A little strange that we just got a random bag of money, but alright. And then pop out these. This is really what you paid for. So you got the flip off hands. It's from Flipboard. Like, were you not expecting this? Cool. Love him. This is great. More of this, please. More goofy, fun stuff from them. I know that they had a couple other things that they were planning on doing. I'm just putting the basic flip overs back on, because that's probably how I'm going to display these flip bots, because they're just supposed to be bots there. Knees are a little bit loose, looser than I prefer, but not serviceable. I do feel like these needed to have stands come with them. Ramen Toy knows how to make stands, so there's no real reason not to. Right. Aside from money, let's flip this back in here. We're not going to go over the not going to go over the comic book yet. We'll do that in the next video, because I don't want these to be too long. But yeah, so we will see you next time. And when I open the let's show you the front and back though. When I open the other ones, then you'll have the comic. So the other flip bot we'll go over it in more detail on that one. Hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. This is the scum of the earth.